and welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't been uploading for the last couple of weeks, and that is because we are actually moved into our new home. If you've been following along, me and my husband actually have been building a custom home, but it has taken like a year and a half to get it done. We are moved in. That doesn't mean everything is in place because there are several rooms that still are just full of boxes, but hopefully this is our forever home and we can just take our time getting every room how we like it. But I thought a great place to start was in the laundry room. So I wanted to bring you all along, show you some really fun DIYs that I'm making for this laundry room using stuff from the dollar store, stuff I've already had, as well as various places. I even splurged on a little something that I was dying for. But this room was one of the most important rooms to me in my old house. I just had a little nook in a high traffic area and it never felt like I had my own place to do the laundry. So this little space just means so much to me. Mostly we're decorating the washer wall. I had some fun floating shelves installed and it just looks really good. It just needs a personal touch. So hoping to fill that in, bringing you all some fun inspiration and sharing some inexpensive, budget-friendly DIYs along the way. Don't forget to leave a big thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed because I have a ton of fun videos planned. I'm actually going to be doing a really fun home update come next week, and then we're going to get started making a ton of DIYs as well as making over some rooms in our new home. So make sure you're subscribed and let's go ahead and get started. So this is what we are working with. I feel like this laundry room looks so gorgeous, exactly what I imagined whenever I drew it out. We added a sink in here, which is incredible. I've already been using it so much. I love that my washer and dryer are on pedestals, as well as all of this cabinet space. But I also need small storage space left out for easy access to things. So I'm taking some of these Dollar Tree jars, and I opted for actual glass jars, but if you wanted to, you could go with the larger plastic candy jar from Dollar Tree. But I just feel like the glass just feels more high-end and something that's gonna last a lot better and just look nicer in general. But I thought it would be really cute to put like a little tray under here, make like a little caddy or riser so that they just feel more like one piece rather than just 3 jars sitting on the counter. So I decided to take this sign, actually just fit these perfect, and then made this over. I took off the 3D little home piece, so this was completely flat, and then Mod Podged on a piece of scrapbooking paper. I went with gold because I do want to paint the lids gold, and just put a little coat on top to make sure this was nice and smooth and gonna stay down. Let it dry, and then I wanted to upgrade this, so I put some knobs on top. Now if you find the Dollar Tree knobs, you can add those instead, but I found an inexpensive pack at Dollar General, so I'm just adding these to the top. I did take these outside and spray paint them gold, but I did leave the knobs the original color because I thought it looked really nice having the two-tone colors of metal. So I tried to do this the right way, and I was going to drill the holes, but I forgot the allowance of the cabinet drawer that you would put these on, and it just wouldn't, the screw wouldn't go all the way into it. So I had to end up using my E6000, glue these to the top, and then attach them or screw them on the jar. And then once I finished these, I took them into the laundry room and filled them up with various things, including clothespins and safety pins and some loose change. But I feel like these are so cute, but also going to be really useful sitting out on the counter. I am someone that in the laundry room, I feel like I need a designated lint container. So lint is something really nice to have on hand. It makes a great fire starter. We have a lot of backyard campfires at nighttime, so I love to grab for this, or it just makes it super easy and keeps it out of the trash. And I like to set it up on the counter or in a hidden place, but I like to make it decorative if I am going to have it setting out. I found this nice metal bucket at Dollar General. It was $10, but it was on sale. If you bought 2 items, you got 150% off. So it was a little bit cheaper than $10, but I just personalized this by putting lint. I cut it out with my Cricut Joy. I'll have that link down below if you're interested in Cricut Joy, but I use it for so many things. But it was so easy to cut this out and put it on there. But after I show you how this turned out, I want to show you a more inexpensive version of how to make one, because you don't have to put a lot of money into your laundry room. I know it's something that we're going to use every day, but it just needs to really be functional, and not everyone wants a gorgeous or beautiful laundry room or worries about it being pretty. But I just feel like it's so handy having lint buckets, a place to keep it separate from the trash, something that I'll actually get to use, and it's just helpful for me and my family. So I wanted to share with you all how to make an actual Dollar Tree DIY lint bucket, which I actually end up using this for something else since I created my own lint container. But I'm using a Dollar Tree trash can, and I do like to spray over it with the same color spray paint just because the super shiny plastic just looks so cheap to me. So I go ahead and cover that, and then I had 2 small scrap pieces of rope that I go ahead and glue to look like handles. Now I did have one trash can that I tried to drill through before, and it completely shattered or cracked, so I learned not to drill through the cheap plastic anymore. So I just hot glued the handles on. I stuck a little sticker on the front. This would work the same way, but since I already made my lint container, I just stuck this under the sink, and I'll get to use it as a decorative small trash can. Okay, so I know this is not a Dollar Tree DIY, but you could easily make round laundry room signs and then kind of make the same thing. These signs were one of the first thing I purchased for my house whenever we started to break ground, and they still have them at the at-home store. I think they're around 20 bucks, but they were just so like high-end looking to me. I love the clear glass. And I'm trying to explain that if you put this on a plate stand, it was going to show through the back. So I wanted to actually put these, like hot glue them to their own stands. I know after you pay for something, it's scary to hot glue it to something or DIY it, but I feel like you could do it in a classy way. So I tried to be super careful, and I chose the black because it was going to coordinate with the letters really nicely and look like it was made together. So go ahead and just glue it as straight as possible on these little stands, and it actually ended up working really good. So you can see I wanted to style these shelves with lots of greenery. I love these fern or faux fern plants. They come from Target a while back. I just put them in some bigger planters. The laundry room sign at the top come from at home as well, and then these little signs, I almost dropped one, but they just look so much better on these little stands because they obviously would have to lean up against the wall or be hung on the wall, and this just made them like stay in place. I found those little decorative boxes at Home Goods, and then these little metal canisters with the hangers and clothespins come from the at-home store, and I feel like this looks so perfect. This is exactly what I was envisioning, but now it's time to start decorating the counters. So I wanted to make an actual laundry sign that stood really tall, that I could set some little decorative pieces in front of and kind of make it look like a little group setting, and this was for the corner where I knew I didn't want to put anything like useful way back there, but something just decorative. So I opted for the Dollar Tree little chalkboard and cut out laundry room, wash, dry, fold. After I got my room all together, I noticed I have like 3 things that say wash, dry, fold on there, so it feels like the new live, love, laugh in this room. But I needed it to have some height to it, so I ended up sticking it on a gold candlestick holder. And same thing, I needed something to prop it up, so taking some of these mini little tower blocks, paint them black, and then attaching them to the top of this, and I'm going to sandwich the chalkboard in between them and then add an extra one on top. I originally thought that I was going to add some greenery to this to kind of camouflage in the tower blocks, but I feel like it looks really minimal and pretty, so I'm just going to leave it as is, especially since I'm going to be putting this in kind of a group setting. I didn't want to add too many small details to it, but I ended up putting a clock there. I found this clock at Hobby Lobby, and it was on clearance for $6.50, I think, and then this little candle is just from the dollar store, but I thought they looked really cute together, and I love how that sign like sticks up in the back. So I have my oldest daughter is just turning 12 and she's kind of getting into like all the skincare things. So she wanted to go shopping at the mall for her birthday. And we ran in Bath and Body Works and I found like the cutest little diffuser. And they had this laundry day scent which smelled really good. I love the succulent diffuser. So I had to just share with you all in this video, but I go ahead and add it in the plug. But this grouping is looking so good together. Next, I wanted to create a really slim vase or little greenery piece that I could stick in the window. So I didn't want to put like heavy panels on this window, so I thought it would be fun to actually decorate it in a fun way. So by doing this, I'm using one of these clear drawers organizers from the Dollar Tree. I remove the drawer and then I'm pouring in some of these mini little pebbles or rocks inside. Now I knew if this fell out, and I have kids, so it's a high probability that this could get knocked out of the window, and I don't want those rocks going everywhere. So I am taking some clear glue, kind of using it as epoxy, and putting a lot, like a big amount, on top of the rocks, and it's going to seep down into the bottom. So I put a lot of the clear glue and then some faux plants into the rocks, and it's not only going to hold the rocks in place, but it's going to hold the greenery in place, and I think it gives it a really cool effect. You can tell after I share that I've let this set all night, and then the next day it does seep down into the rocks and it just looks so much better. It does kind of give it like a shiny appearance. I think it looks so much better. The plants are nice and tight in there and just looks really cool setting in the windowsill. Okay, so my local Hobby Lobby is having their big clearance sale. I'm dying to go back to see if I can score some more things because they only had 15 minutes till closing to shop. I hate whenever it's like that, feels so rushed. I found these really cool signs for under $2. They were like $1.50, and I hate how they put the clearance tags right on the image. Like if I put a wet rag on there, it's gonna smear the ink. So I hate how they do that. It also had them on the back, so I don't even know why they would do it on the front. But once again, this wash dry fold, I put tower blocks in between it so it's equally spaced out. These were just the cutest little signs. You can find similar things at Dollar Tree, and I love to do this. Take inexpensive, smaller signs that you wouldn't randomly want to hang on your wall and put them in like groups of 3 or more, and it makes it a bigger piece that actually looks really good and more high end than just putting random tiny little signs on your walls. But if you use a piece of rope and you just make it longer than the sign, it is so cute to leave enough room at the top so you can hang it, and then leave it enough room at the bottom so that you can tie little knots and fray the ends or unravel them. It just looks really cool, and this was the perfect size to fit in between the window and the cabinets to fill in this little space without being too bulky. But just loved how this turned out, and put my first nail hole in the wall with this sign. It was a little bit scary, but I just went for it, but it's too cute not to hang up. Obviously, I don't want every single thing in this laundry room to look DIY'd, so I picked up these 2 containers from the at-home store. They both said laundry, so I turned around the smaller one just so they look more like a set. It didn't say laundry. I put some washing soda in here, or laundry booster. It comes with this cute little scoop that's supposed to hang on the edge, but I feel like it's cleaner since I actually use it just to set it down in the powder so it's not getting everywhere. And then this is the thing that I splurged on. It was almost 80 bucks, like killed me to pay that much for it. I probably could have made a DIY version with like the metal rings, but there's no way I can make all this pretty tied macrame stuff. But I found this at home. I thought it was absolutely gorgeous. A huge piece that will help fill in this wall because all the weight is over on this side, so there's nothing over here. So I just thought it would be really pretty to add this up there. And the one thing I've noticed in the new house, we have tall ceilings, so anything that I see at the store that looks huge, I get it up on the wall and it looks really small. So it didn't take up as much of the wall as I thought that it would. But come back over to the other side, I feel like it's looking really, really good, really coming together. I ended up setting this table that come from the old house underneath of it. I put this lamp on there, which makes it look cozy. This plant actually is just Dollar Tree branches or stems stuck in there. They still have the tags on them, so I have to rip them off. But I feel like in this blank spot, I want some kind of like tall thing that would hold hanging clothes that I could hang something up, maybe some bars. I've seen some of like the pipe style bars that could go there that you could actually hang clothes on before they go to your closet. But this is what it looked like before, and this is the after. I feel like it makes it so much more cozy. I love mixing in DIYs as well as higher end decor. Like these little containers, I definitely couldn't DIY these and make them good enough quality to use them every day. But the greenery with all of the wood tones and the black modern with the gold, it just looks really, really good to me. Everything went together really nicely. Even that fun little blue clock, I feel like is going to be really useful. My little wash dry fold signs. So I hope you guys had as much fun as me putting together this laundry room, the first room in the house that I wouldn't say 100% done, but is looking pretty good. Like I said, I have to set up something for laundry baskets on the opposite side, but for now, I think this side looks so gorgeous. I might add a big clock in here on the wall, but so far, this room is ready to go. Make sure you follow along so you can see other rooms that I'm making over and making it Dollar Tree DIYs for. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Let me know what types of videos that you want to see or which room you want to see next, because I'll be so excited. Remember, a house update coming next week and you don't want to miss it. Make sure you stick around and have your notifications on, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy crafting. Bye.